Hello friends, my name is Ruth. I am Sani.
And this is Joking Cultural India-Peru. A few days ago, we asked you to leave us your questions through Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube. Uncomfortable questions, that's what we'll answer today. Some of you felt a little shy, a little embarrassed. Others were.
Before we start the video, friends, remember to subscribe. You just have to press that red button. And also click the bell so you get a notification when we upload a new video. Besides that, also remember to subscribe to my channel, Sani. I'm very close to 10,000 subscribers and I know with your help I'll reach that goal soon. So here's the link, subscribe.
Friends who have already subscribed, let's start the video.
First question.
And that's it. And friends, we're ready. It's really scary to answer your questions. Okay, let's get started. The first question is, hi guys, my question is for the mom, meaning me. Would you have liked to go through your pregnancy in India? Honestly, the truth is no, I wouldn't have liked to go through my pregnancy in India. It's something that Sani and I talked about a lot. I didn't want to because pregnancy is viewed differently in India. You can tell your family, but it's not like here where you have a party and find out the baby's gender. You can talk about it with everyone without any problem. They even cover their belly out of fear of the evil eye, right? That's what it's called, isn't it? Yes. So because of all those things I saw and learned, honestly, I said, no, I don't want to get pregnant in India.
The next question is, when you were dating, did you exchange nudes? Greetings from Mexico. Well, I don't know where you get those questions from, but okay. When we were dating, no. But when we were already married and Ruth came to Peru, that's when it happened. Yes. But during the dating stage, no.
And now the next question is, have you ever behaved unusually when you were with your partner's family and they looked at you like, what the fuck? The truth is yes, but obviously it was because I didn't know, right? I remember he was painting his mom's nails. He was giving her a pedicure. So he came over and wanted to touch the nail polish, right? He wanted to touch the polish when it was still wet. So he wouldn't touch it in front of his mom, and his sister did this. No, don't touch. No, liar. It wasn't hard. It was like this. Like when you want to eat the food and they go, no, not yet. It was something like that. So his mom and his sister looked at me with a face like he'd been hit with a frying pan. And they said something like, hey, the look on our faces is still slapping my son. But anyway, I do understand that for them, well, it's wow, a big deal. Yes, it was shocking for them, yes.
Next question is for me. Sani, if you hadn't met Ruth, would you have gotten involved with the girl who used to bother you so much? No, honestly, no. I wouldn't have gotten involved with that girl. I don't know why, but I didn't like her. As a friend, she was cool before, but as a partner, no.
Very toxic. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. The next question says, did you ever break up even if it was just for a day? Or maybe when you were angry, you said you wanted to break up. Why? We broke up many times. It wasn't just once or twice or 3 times. Actually, we broke up many times. I'm going to tell you just 2 stories. The first one is that we broke up because of one of his exes. Yes, we broke up. I think because of the anger, everything I was feeling, I told him, I don't want to be with you anymore. So we broke up, right? And he also got upset because I told him I would never forgive him. And he blocked me. So yeah, that was one time we broke up. The second time we broke up was when we already had the ticket bought for me to travel to India. But Sani insisted I live with his family, his parents and siblings in a village. The truth is that I didn't want to live with his parents, even though his parents had already talked to me and everything. Everything was fine up until that point. But honestly, I really didn't want to live with his parents at all. At that moment, I was saying, well, no, I don't know his family. I mean, I don't know how they're going to treat me. Maybe I'll get there and they'll treat me badly. And what do I do? What do I do then? I told him, no, if you're not going to rent an apartment anywhere in India for us to live by ourselves, I'm not going to go. And we broke up. I practically threatened him. The truth is, no, I didn't want to live with his parents because I was afraid of how they might treat me. So the truth is, no, I don't regret that decision. And now he realizes it, right?
Well, yes, it was a good decision because that way we had our privacy. At my house, we wouldn't have had it. And also, my town is a bit traditional. And I think it would have been hard for her to adapt all of a sudden. That's why, yes, it was a good decision.
Yes, later, once I was living in India, I realized that I really did make a good decision because I met a lot of people, many traditions, many things that I didn't really like that much. The next question, well, there are two. I'm going to combine them. Did you have partners before you met each other? Well, obviously, yes. I had a 3-year relationship. He also had a 5-year relationship. And if we know our exes, I mean, if I know his ex and he knows mine, no.
No, and I wouldn't want to.
Of course not. What for? What's the point? Or at least just to see them? No, I haven't seen his ex either.
Me neither.
Yes, she has run into mine, but no, I haven't seen him. I've just noticed, but oh well.
Well, now I'm going to answer one of the questions from Luz Alosa Kemi Sazmin. The truth is, she's asked some very dangerous questions. How would you react if when you got home you found your partner pleasuring themselves while watching an adult movie? Would you get upset or what would you do at that moment? Well, it wouldn't bother me, but it would be easy for me. Huh? What? Well, it's like the plan is already set, they're already turned on, you're ready to go. So you don't have to say it. How has it made you?
And friends, this is a long question. It says, it's no secret that many women are financially independent, and in some cases it's because their husbands are stingy. In India, how do they handle that situation? There are also stingy husbands. And between you two, does Sony buy you the toiletries you need? For example, each one manages their money separately. Well, I'm going to tell you how they see it in India and how it is here. In India, as you know, I didn't work and I was also forbidden to work. There were fruits. I had signed a paper that I couldn't work while in India. You can after 2 years. So I hadn't even been living there for 2 years, so I couldn't. How did I manage with money? Well, Sony gave me money, obviously, so I could buy whatever I wanted, or I just had to ask him for it, but it was uncomfortable for me because I had worked before. I've been working since I was 17, or maybe 16, I think, 17. So I was used to buying things for myself. And asking him for them was uncomfortable. He always told me, no, it's not a problem, just ask me, don't worry. Or if you want, I'll just give it to you. But I didn't even speak the language. And even with my English, they were going to charge me a lot more. So honestly, the money situation over there was complicated. It was tough when I wanted to give him a gift or for his birthday, since I had to use his money, making it feel like he was buying it for himself. So that's how I saw it. But here in Peru, it's different. Here we both earn money. So each of us has our own card. We have another card for savings. That's where we talk. We decide how much we're going to save each month. And on the card that we have separately with our own names, we spend it however we want, right? And obviously we talk about it, right? I mean, like, I'm going to buy this thing. It's not about asking for permission. It's just talking about it, to see if it's also a useful purchase, right? Because sometimes in a relationship, there's always one person who spends just for the sake of it or spends too much. So I tell him, like, you know what? I'm going to buy this thing. And he says, oh, just go ahead and buy it, right? I buy it with my card and he does too.
Well, so we don't have this money problem, right? That's not an issue. And also in India, yes, the woman manages the money. Because I've always seen that when my dad brings money, he gives it to my mom. She buys things. She even buys my dad's underwear. So yes, over there, women manage the money.
Friends, one of the questions we've been asked the most is what our wedding night was like. The truth is, there's a story behind this. Our wedding night is a joke, really. We're going to tell it in a story time because, well, it's quite a long story to tell. And we would also have to explain some of the traditions behind it so you can understand. So we're going to tell it separately.
Yes. The next question is, Sani, what food from Peru do you hate? There are always foods from our country that we don't like. Answer without fear. Have you ever tried something in Peru in front of other people that you literally hated but you had to eat it out of obligation or fear? Well, yes. One time my mother-in-law cooked rabbit with peanuts. But they tricked me. They told me it was guinea pig with peanuts. And I thought, okay, guinea pig, I'll eat it. Because a lot of people had told me that, yes, guinea pig is really good. I thought, okay, I'll eat it, I'll try it. And when I tried it, the meat was tough. And it was really rabbit, not guinea pig. And I was tasting it and I said, this seems strange. Because the meat is tough. It doesn't even taste like chicken. And I didn't know if it was guinea pig or not because I didn't know what guinea pig tasted like, right? So I just ate it anyway. And they asked me, how is it? Yeah, it's really good. But deep down, I knew it wasn't good at all. And I didn't like it. So yeah, what I didn't like was that peanut sauce with rabbit.
Friends, the next question has been asked by quite a few, too many people. And honestly, we were hoping you would ask it so we could clear up this topic as well, because we've received all kinds of comments. Here we're going to show all the screenshots of your questions. We've received comments like, oh, you're silly for supporting him. I mean, you brought him from so far away just to support him. They've told him, is it reasonable to leave your career to go sell earrings? They didn't say that to you. What else? Oh, but why are you still being supported by your in-laws? Things like that. Among the questions I left here, which you asked yourselves, is how do we support ourselves? How are we going to support our baby if we only live off YouTube? And there's also the question of whether my parents support both of us. And well, obviously, if you think they support both of us, you'll probably think they're going to support our child too.
Right? Or what my job is.
Or what he does for a living. So here we're going to clear everything up.
Alright, first I'm going to clarify what I do for a living. Well, I teach Hindi. I have regular classes, I have 4 active groups, and yes, I have quite a few students, and well, it's not free, they pay me, there's a fee. So it's not a lot of money, let's say. But it is a good salary compared to what I used to earn in India. I'm also earning more here. And also it works with my schedule and it's still the same job. I'm my own boss. So yes, I trust myself. It's convenient this way. And also I know English. In the future, I would also like to teach English.
Well, then the question of whether it's feasible to leave your career to sell earrings. Well, no, he doesn't sell them. He doesn't sell. He doesn't just dedicate himself to selling earrings. The jewelry sales business is something that helps us a little more too. It basically brings in a little more than one salary's worth. So yes, it does help us. And if it's feasible to leave his career, well, he studied tourism for those who don't know. And well, I think as I mentioned, or I think I told a girl that he really loves teaching much more, because he has also been an English teacher in India at the American Institute.
Yes.
So he really likes teaching and now he's doing what he loves. He's teaching Hindi, his language, to many Latinos from different countries. Yes. And well, I think that makes him happy.
Of course.
And if he's happy, well, what more could we ask for? The other question that we were also asked a lot, and thank God they asked it because it's our opportunity to clarify it. Yes, it's whether my parents support us, right? Mm-hmm. Well, for me, being supported, because obviously I was supported when I was little, right? A child. They buy you clothes, take you to the hospital, and cover costs if you're sick, provide food, and give you transportation money. If you go out to eat or anywhere with friends, they also pay. And well, no, it's not like that, guys. All the things you've seen in our room, the mattress, the wardrobe, all those things, we bought them ourselves. The tickets, the hospital expenses we're having now, which aren't exactly cheap. We're just now learning about this too because we didn't know how much an ultrasound and those things cost. So no, they're not cheap either and we pay for them ourselves too. If we want to go out to eat, if we want to buy food or clothes. If we want to do something, take a trip or something, or the trip we took to La Luna Guana, we paid for it ourselves. Since arriving in India, we've paid for everything ourselves. So my parents support us by, for example, giving us a room in their house. That's how they support us. As for expenses, we split them in half, like the internet and cable, we pay half each. For food as well, we buy things for the house every month, so in some way we are also contributing. And we also got this question about whether we pay my dad to live here. I don't think he would let me pay him, he wouldn't allow it, but that's exactly why we help out with certain expenses. We bring things for the house every month, the essentials, right? It's not as if we just buy things to keep in our room and eat alone. No, wait, it's for everyone. So if we all live here, my siblings, my parents, all of us, we all eat it together. So no, friends, my parents don't support us. Like I said, all the expenses we've had, even before when I traveled alone to India, we paid for them ourselves. from our own money, from our savings, and now it's the same. All the hospital expenses we have and the expenses the baby will have, we pay for them ourselves.
And another question is, what do we live on? Like I said, I teach Hindi and YouTube also supports us. And besides that, we also make money from jewelry. So yes, these are our sources of income.
Yes, friends. So as you can see, we support ourselves in different ways. And thank God we have the opportunity to earn an income without having to go to an office or a company without leaving home. We are earning, thank God. And obviously we're not going to say how much we're earning, but we can say that Sony earns much more than she did working in her field. As for me, I work in the jewelry business. Maybe right now we don't have stock because of the pandemic and everything, which makes things difficult. But when we do have stock, it does sell, so it does provide for us each month. And YouTube does pay. For those who might think that YouTube doesn't pay or that it pays very little, at the beginning, obviously it will pay you very little, but little by little it pays you a bit better, and of course it's a big help. Okay friends, the next question is, what method did you use for birth control before getting pregnant? I thought, wow, what an uncomfortable question, but that's the point. Well, I'm not going to give too many details about this question. The truth is, we use the rhythm method for birth control. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up on Google, and it doesn't fail. Well, yes, the truth is it didn't fail. We didn't use that method the whole year we lived in India, and it's not safe. I don't recommend it because we're not all the same, but it worked for us, friends.
We have a surprise question. It's from Manzul Manzulzok. He wrote to us on YouTube. Do you love me? Yes.
Do you like yourself? Yes, we love you. The next question is, my question is for Ruth. Have you ever worn sexy clothes like a baby doll for Sony? Several people ask that too. Wow, please, if my parents are watching this video, please skip ahead. Skip ahead. Okay, no. A baby doll itself, but because, well, in India I didn't see them being sold, or I did see them, but they were really ugly. So no, honestly, not with a baby doll, no, but I did wear other types of clothes. It was a kind of Indian style top, I don't know, that had a lot of sparkles and things like that. So yes, I did wear it. The next question is, hi, I would like to live alone. Since living in the same house, you lose a lot of privacy, and is that normal for you? Well, the truth is, no, it's not normal because we had already gotten used to living alone in India. And you might say, but why didn't Ruth want to live with her in-laws? But Sony does live with her in-laws, right? I'm going to tell you the big difference, and I also want to give you some advice right now. First, living with Indian in-laws and living with Latino in-laws is very different. Well, of course, it also depends on the family, but even though my in-laws are lovely people, they have a lot of customs, and even the smallest things can end up affecting you. And no, they don't do it on purpose, obviously, it's just that you're not used to it, so it bothers you. Because he agreed to live here with my parents.
First, I wanted to meet her parents. To my advantage, I speak Spanish, but she didn't speak any Hindi. And in India, I was also working in another city, so it would have been very difficult to live at my parents' house, go to another city, or leave her there alone with my parents. And that was also the reason. But my in-laws live here in Lima, and it's the center, it's the capital. And there aren't many customs that I have to follow either. But in her case, like she said, there are a lot of traditions, and sometimes they can even be a shock to you. And here, it's a bit more open. The mentality is also a bit more open, so that's why we said yes. And her parents also said that at the beginning it would be better for us to live with them.
So the advice I want to give you girls, honestly, is that I've seen it in many cases. And I can't really force you to do what I did, because honestly, I didn't want to live with his parents out of fear of how they were, since I didn't know them. And honestly, I truly recommend from the bottom of my heart that you don't move in with your in-laws in India. Yes, especially if the parents don't accept you. If they don't accept you, I'm not saying you should give up on your love, no. I mean, if the person you're with is already independent, I mean, they earn their own money, Maybe they still live with their parents, but they earn their own money. Ask them to rent an apartment in India or a room. It's not expensive at all. An apartment in India for a couple costs about $100 to $150 for rent. So it's not very expensive, to be honest. I recommend it for your happiness because it's much more comfortable, it's better, and you'll avoid a lot of problems. I truly recommend it from the bottom of my heart. Live alone in India. Here in your country, in Peru, well, that's up to your families. I don't know how it is. Everyone knows how their own family is. So why do we accept living like this? Well, we've already mentioned it, right? In our case, my family isn't difficult or picky at all. So they're supporting us for now, but it won't be forever.
We have a lot of questions here, but I'm only going to answer two. First, it asks if I've experienced racism or xenophobia in Lima. And the truth is, yes. One time we were at a mall and there were some ladies, and what did they say?
They said, well, actually it wasn't because he was from India, but because they got confused. They thought he was from Venezuela. Many people here see him and say he's from Venezuela. So, the ladies said when they saw him walk by, oh, even these vain come all the way here. That's how it is, right? I'm not going to say that word.
Okay, another question. Have Peruvian women ever flirted with you? When and how did you react? Well, I didn't even realize it. That happened a few days ago, but I didn't even notice. She was the one who told me, did you see what that girl was doing? And I said, what? What was she doing? I don't know. She'll tell you what she did.
I don't know if Sony is really that innocent or if she's just pretending. But well, I don't know. It wasn't really, well, maybe we can call it flirting, but I didn't think what this girl did was right. We bought her a screen protector for her phone. And the girl, well, she had to go up to a certain place to reach it. Women notice those things. I'm not stupid. When I myself, if I want to climb somewhere, I just step up and pull myself up, right? I mean, that's normal. But the way she climbed was so exaggerated, it was really obvious. It was like, just like that. I swear to you, it was like that. And I said, oh my God, why is he doing that? Afterwards, supposedly he didn't find it. And he said, oh, I have more over there. Come with me. Just like that, right? And she was like this, like this. I mean, the way she walked and the way she went up, it was exaggerated. I mean, it's understood that if a woman is voluptuous and walks, yes, you can see it. Well, no, and I've seen it, so it's normal, but I don't know if she was doing it on purpose. Or if she really walked like that. So I realized it. Honestly, I didn't even get upset. I didn't make a fuss. Nothing, not with the girl, not with him. I just said, I mean, how can there be women like that? About what? And her, what would she have done if I hadn't been there? I mean, the girl, what else would she have said or done? I honestly don't know, but her attitude surprised me. Yes, and another thing she did was that she would lean in like this. Like that. I mean, the girl was showing off her body in an exaggerated way. Well, everyone can do what they want with their body, but she was using her assets in an exaggerated way to show them off. Well, to soli sonino.
But I think they should respect when someone is with their partner or something like that. At least there, they should have a little respect. But anyway, it's over now, so...
Was it good? The girl also asked several questions. For me, I'm only going to choose two, and one of them is if I don't like my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law. No, honestly, I don't dislike either of them. My mother-in-law is a lovely person, and my sister-in-law even more so. She's very sweet and very caring, so I love them both very much. I don't dislike either of them. The other question is, how was the first time you let out a fart because of the pressure? How embarrassing. At first I was really embarrassed, honestly, and so was he, and even now he still gets embarrassed. But obviously I had to do it quietly, right? But in the end it did make a sound, and she heard it, and she looked at me like that, and I was like, sorry, but what else could I do? I mean, it can be really bad, but passing gas is natural, right? Yeah.
That's right. Well, last question to finish. Have you had sexual relations during this time while she's been pregnant?
Oh my God, what questions? Wow.
Well, yes, from time to time, but it's not like before. But yes, from time to time, because now there are a lot of changes in her body, and sometimes, I don't know, it's hard for her. Haha.
Ha! Is she embarrassed, right? The truth is, well, yes, obviously, but it's not the same. It's uncomfortable, and besides, you have to be careful. Well, no, because you can't do the same position or anything. So, right now the priority is for the baby to be okay, and later on, well, there will be time for these intimate things. As a couple, yes. Well, friends, honestly, I never thought we would be answering these questions for so many people. Well, it was a little embarrassing, but now you know us a bit more intimately. Well, honestly, for me, talking about those things isn't that hard. I think that's true for anyone who's been a mother.
For me, it's very difficult because in my culture, we don't talk about this, not even with friends, but now we're talking like this publicly. Well, friends, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to give it a like, follow us on our social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. And again, remember the links to our social media are in the description. So that's all, friends. Take care. Bye.
Bueno, amigos, espero que les haya gustado este video. No se olviden de darle like, de seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales. Tenemos Facebook, Instagram. Y nuevamente recuerden suscribirse.
Los links de nuestras redes sociales están en descripción.
Entonces esto sería todo, amigos. Cuídense mucho. Chao.